Employment law. This is a presentation brought to you by Springvale Legal Service. We're going to learn about our rights and responsibilities in a workplace in Australia. We're going to cover your rights at work, your rights as an employee, and the differences between an employee or a contractor. Your rights at work. In Australia, we have basic work rights to make sure we are working in a fair and safe environment. We're going to cover some of these rights in the questions asked on the following slides. Question 1. Can I lose my job by asking questions about my wages? You should never lose your job for asking questions about your wages, superannuation, or your hours. In Australia, we have the right to receive a payslip, and a payslip is to be received within 1 working day. A payslip should cover how much you were paid per hour, how many hours you have worked in that pay period, the amount you have earned in that pay period, the amount of tax you pay, and the amount of superannuation that you receive that we'll cover later. Question 2. People at work treat me badly because of my religion. Should I just quit my job? You should not be treated badly because of your religion, race, gender, or disability. This is one of our work rights in Australia. Question 3. Making a complaint. Will I lose my job if I tell my boss about something dangerous at work, or if I'm concerned about something and I want to tell my boss about it, I want to make a complaint? You should not lose your job for making a complaint about something at work. Question 4. What should I do if this happens to me? Where do I go to for help? There are strict time limits for getting help about employment law in Australia. There is a 21-day period where you should seek legal advice. We will cover where to get help after this presentation. Rights of employees. Why should I know about my rights at work? Why is it important to know about my rights at work? It is important to know about your rights at work so you don't get taken advantage of and you work in a fair and safe, healthy environment. What is a minimum wage? The lowest amount you are allowed to be paid for working in Australia. You should not be paid less than the minimum wage, which is for an adult $19.49 per hour. Sometimes I have to work more than my set hours. Should I get paid for these extra hours? Yes, you should be paid for these hours, and that's called overtime, and it should be paid extra than your normal rate. If you are paid your normal rate, you should also collect leave. What is superannuation, and how do I get it? Superannuation is money that your workplace puts in a super fund each time you get paid. You can get the money when you have retired from work. Everyone should receive super. Employee versus contractor. What are the differences between an employee and a contractor? As an employee, there are laws and regulations depending on the sector you work in that regulate how much you get paid. You might get paid if you take time off to go on holidays or if you are sick. This is known as annual leave and sick leave. Your employer will pay tax to your wages and will also pay for your superannuation. As a contractor, you are running your own business. The agreement and the contract you have with people you do business with is very important. You pay your own tax and you pay your own superannuation. You will not be entitled to sick leave and annual leave. You will have to manage your own time, and you'll also have to look after your invoices with people you do business with to make sure that you get paid. And sometimes you might have to pay for your own insurance. So what if I'm forced to get an ABN, an Australian business number? Be careful, as this sometimes is done to avoid paying you properly or protecting you when you were hurt at work. You should get help if you are not sure. I always find work on Gumtree or Facebook as a painter or tiler, but one time the guy did not pay me. Before you start the job, get the person's name, work address, email, and phone number. Also get them to record like a text how much you will get paid and when you will get paid. It's very important to make sure you record all of the details. If you require legal advice about anything relating to what we have talked about today, about employment law or any other legal matters, please get legal advice from your local community legal centre or our service, Springvale Monash Legal Service. We are located in South East Melbourne. We have a Springvale branch and a Narre Warren branch. The phone numbers are presented on this screen. We can also help with other legal problems such as civil law, including motor vehicle accidents, criminal law, family law and child support, family violence, general legal advice, and sexual assault. We hope you have learnt something today about your legal rights and responsibilities of working in Australia. Thank you.